Hello and welcome to episode 12 of the No Code series plan. In this episode we will be configuring some forms using App Engine Studio as a citizen developer. In the last video we created a brand new leave request table. We've added a few new fields to it as well. We haven't added any logic to it yet in terms of data validation or anything like that yet. We are going to be spending some time today in this particular episode going through the design of the form. So I'm going to start the timer and we are going to crack on. Okay, so back in App Engine Studio as Emily, let's start to play with this form layout to have the fields we want. So I'm going to start removing some fields. So I think state and number is good. I don't think we necessarily need parent. Or assign to, or configuration item, or even active for now. Short description might be useful, and description, let's take that off. Let's start adding some fields on here as well. So, should have our new fields, leave end date. So we'll drag that on to the form here. Maybe that should have been on the right hand side, leave start date there. And leave type. Where should we put that? Let's put leave type down the bottom here. And get rid of that. And if we've got justification as well, there we are. So on the form we have the number, auto-generated number. We have the state model, which we haven't done anything with yet. So we haven't created a brand new state model for our leave request. We've got a leave start date, a leave end date. We've got the type and justification. So we could include more information on here, such as the requester. So we could say open by, perhaps. So if we include open by on there, as well as maybe open by manager. So let's do that and go manager, add to view. There we are. So we've got open by manager, leave start, leave end, type, justification. I think that's good for now. I think that's fine. Let's close that panel to review the form. We've got a couple minutes left, which is good. What else can we do on the form layout here? I think we're happy with that. Let's have a look to see if there's any other configuration that we can do in here. Yeah. So what comes to mind for myself is eventually this is going to go for approval. So we need the likes of a related list off the back of here for approval. I can't see an easy way of adding that in. So you've got the ability to add in policies, ACLs, business rules, view rules as well. So not particularly helpful there. Configure related list. Although interestingly, that's for UI 16 and earlier. So we may need to review that. So let's have a look at that state model to see whether we can add in our own. So a little bit dangerous considering it's a citizen developer, kind of depicting their own values and things, but we're going to go with it because it's picked up from the task table. So yeah, I'm going to go with it and see. So I'm going to say requested. Awaiting approval. Yes, so it's specific to that table, which is good. And let's not worry too much about the values of these. Awaiting approval. Approved. And maybe Actually, I'm going to deactivate all the old ones and go with new ones as requested, which is, let's say, -10. Let's go for awaiting approval is -11. Approved is -12. And then we've got close complete and closing complete and skipped. So, tell you what, let's just include a rejected. Just to be careful here, because then certain numbers of these will be the closure codes as well. So we're just going to go with these, and if we want to change the order about a little bit, so let's move that down. Let's move this down. And close complete. And we'll finish off this state model there. So we've got requested, awaiting approval, approved, or rejected, and close complete. And we may not even need these, because if it's already been approved, you really want something else saying it's been taken for the leave. So, you know, I'm going to turn those off actually and just stick with our new custom ones. Very simple model showing requested, awaiting approval, approved, and rejected. So we'll create an override, so that's good. So now we have a form. We also got a state model, and essentially that's it. We want to properly configure a default state, which would be probably requested, so -10. There we go. Let's save. Okay, so that's the end of this particular episode. So we've now got a form, we have a table, we've got a form, we've got a state model. In the next video, we'll start to look a little bit more into the requesting of these leave requests. Thank you.